Here we go. This is it. This is the video you guys have been asking for. This is the video that you've been commenting about. This is it. We are going to walk step by step with Alana here that has never done real estate before, ever in her life, never done a deal, doesn't have family that is in real estate, has never wholesaled a property ever. And I'm gonna go step by step and we're gonna do this documentary style so that you can see absolutely everything you need to do to get your first deal. Check this out. Everybody, it is Brent Daniels and I am here with Alana Smith. Say hello.
Hi.
Guys, this is so exciting. This is something that I've wanted to do for so long. Something that I wanted to provide to this YouTube channel is some actual real life, like nitty gritty out there, going out there to get your first deal, what you need to do. This isn't theory. This isn't mindset pumping up. This is the exact steps that you need to take to go out and get your absolute first deal. And I couldn't think of anybody that I am more excited to do it with than you, Alana. Like, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I've been living in Arizona for more than 10 years now. I never really done real estate. I've always been interested in it, but I never really knew where to start. I never knew what exactly I wanted to do in real estate. So just watching YouTube videos, I just came across wholesaling and learned that you really don't have to have a license. You just have to have the knowledge and go out there and actually do it and have the right mentors by your side. So thank you, Brent.
No, and this is great. So in full disclosure, Alana joined the TTP program, and I sat down with her yesterday because you live here in Phoenix, and I said, no, this is going to be perfect. We need to document. We need to make you so accountable. Have everybody in this channel so accountable to you succeeding in your dream. Because right now you can only do this part-time. You have a full-time job.
Right.
Why don't you tell everybody about your wonderful full-time job?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's wonderful. I work at a call center, so I do technical support, but
right.
You know.
Technical support all day long, and she's taken she is volunteering to talk to even more people every single week. But more, this is for herself. This is for your business, right? Mm-hmm. So this is just something that you've only got a couple days out of the week. And you don't even have weekends. Do you have weekends?
No, I don't.
You have just
No.
2 days during the week to do, and maybe some evenings.
Right.
Right? So what I want you guys to do is I need your support. I need you to keep Alana accountable. I want you to follow her on her Instagram. What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Alana Nirvana, and that's ALANNANIRVANA.
Okay, good. She's going to be doing stories and posting and keeping us all up to date. Make sure you reach out to her, send some kind words, be optimistic. I mean, really follow her on her journey here, especially if you haven't done a deal. If you've been worried about her, if you just haven't gotten to that point where you have taken action in your business, follow this. Let this inspire you. Let this build up your confidence that you can do this too. So in this video right here, all I'm going to do, we're going to do a video every single week. Right? We're committed every single week.
Yes.
And we're going to have homework every single week. And we're going to start off slow and we're going to build it up so that we get all the foundational steps in place. And then we're going to explode the business and get her first deal. And then from there, it's just rinse and repeat and do it over and over and over again. So today we're going to go through the first 4 things that I want you to do to get set up. And it'll be the first 4 pieces of homework. And then we'll see how you do next week. Okay. So let's start with number 1. Okay, guys, the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to, and you already have this script. This is the TTP cold calling script. What I want you to do is I want you to, this has to be like by you at all times. This has to be, this has to be so internalized. Right? Mm-hmm. The cold calling script. Guys, you can get this if you email me, brent@wholesalinginc.com. But I want you to memorize it. I want you to go through this and read this out loud 30 times a day.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
30 times a day, going over it and over and over, because it's really important to internalize this, because I want you to be present in those conversations. I want people to understand. You ever go and you're like at a group, or you're at a barbecue, or you're at work, whatever, and people just start looking around when you're talking to them,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't want people to feel like that on the phone, right?
Okay,
We
yeah.
want people to feel like you are so focused in on them. The only way to do that, you can't be that if you're worried about what you're going to say next. So it's about getting this internalized and understanding when you ask somebody if they would consider an offer on their property, which, have you ever asked anybody if they would consider an offer? All right.
No.
So when you ask somebody if they would consider an offer on their property, there's only 6 responses that you're going to get. Yes, no, maybe. How much will you give me? How did you get my number, and who are you? That's it.
Okay.
Now I need you to know the responses to how to respond to those.
Okay.
So next week we're going to challenge you. We're going to do a little role playing. I'm going to be the seller. You're going to be you, and I'm going to throw out each and every one of them. We're going to see how you do.
Okay.
Good?
Yes.
Got it.
Got it.
Fair enough. Actually, you know what? That is the first thing. But I think really the absolute first step of this is making the decision to be committed to it. Right? There's going to be a lot of steps here, but it's just absolutely making that decision to be committed. I already know you are, because you've already invested in the TTP program, so
Right.
you want a return on that investment. So I get that. So I love that. So I'm excited to get going with it. But if you're out there and you're just doing this by yourself and you're not part of the TTP family, then you got to start with the commitment. You have to commit to this process, and you have to go out with as much enthusiasm and patience as possible. Now, not to the point where you're not doing anything, but patience in the process, patience in you building your skills. Okay? So let's go to homework number 2.
Okay.
All right, homework number 2, and we'll put it up on the screen here, is I want you to go to dealmachine.com.
Okay.
Okay, and I want you to sign up for the trial. It's a 14-day trial, but also, but it's going to start billing you after the 14 days. If you put in the coupon code right here, TTP, the promo code, it's not $50, it's $40, 49 to $40. It's $40 with the TTP code. I hope that was clear. That was crazy. Anyway, makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so what this is literally going to give you the owner's information as you're driving around the streets and looking for distressed properties. Now, what I mean by that is any property that hasn't been remodeled, that was built before 1990.
Okay.
Okay, I want these older neighborhoods. I want these older houses. I want the houses that need love. Some of these houses, you brought one in today.
Yeah.
You had literally pinned a property in right by your school,
Right. Litchfield Park.
Litchfield Park,
Yeah.
and said, this house is rough. I need to know what's going on here, right? And that's what I'm talking about. Some are going to be really rough. Those are the ones we really want to go after, because that shows a high level of distress,
Okay.
right? So make sure that you start pinning, and I want a minimum of 200 addresses in your Deal Machine app.
Okay.
And we're going to check this. We're going to check this
Okay.
on video. We're going to pull up, well, maybe not, because then it'll show everybody your leads. But we'll do
Okay,
something
yeah.
to make sure that you're accountable.
Okay.
So make sure you get the Deal Machine and get that going. The next step is you're going to export. You can only export your list from your computer, from Deal Machine. You can't do it from your app. But you're going to export it into an Excel, and then you're going to go to batchskiptracing.com. Okay, you're going to put it in there, batchskiptracing.com. Use TTP code again. You get it at 18 cents an address, not 35 or any of this. 18 cents an address. Put it in. So if you have 200, so let's look at the budget here so far, right? Because I know, I mean, you say you're working, but you have bills, you have other responsibilities, you have other things
Yeah.
that you have to pay for. I don't want you to be spending thousands of dollars right out of the gate trying to be successful in this. You don't have to, you really don't. So you've got $40 for Deal Machine and 18 cents for 200 addresses. That's $36, right? So we're at $76, okay, for this week. Now, there's going to be some other tools that I want you to use, but not yet. Okay. So I want you to get in and go to Batch Skip Tracing, get the phone numbers, and organize them. And you're going to get the phone numbers, right? I want you to get rid of all the numbers that don't, all the addresses that don't come back with a phone number. Okay, because some of them don't come back with phone numbers. They're just not attached to it.
Okay.
Okay, so just get us a clean list of address and phone numbers. It comes up to 10 different phone numbers that you get for the property. Okay?
Okay.
Now, this is step number 4. This is when it really gets going. With your script in hand, with your phone numbers, with your addresses and your phone numbers, I want you to just start hand dialing these numbers and start using the script. And by next week, so let's see, we've got script 30 times a day.
Yes.
We've got 200 addresses this week. We've got skip trace them, right?
Yes.
And the last thing is I want 15 conversations.
Okay.
I don't care if people cuss at you. I don't care if they're mad. I don't care if they say, come buy this house right now. It's yours, whatever it is. But I want you to have the experience of at least 15 conversations this week before next week.
Okay.
Before we meet next Wednesday.
Okay.
I want you to have spoken to 15 strangers and asked them if they would consider an offer on their property using the script.
Okay. I can do that.
Got it?
I can do that.
Got it. So that's it. That's all I want to do starting out. If you guys are going to follow along, I encourage you to follow along as well. Share it with Alana to tell them that you're doing the same thing. Follow along. Get in action. These are all action items so that you are out there actually pulling the trigger. You're actually you're actually having a quality conversation with a distressed property owner. That's what this whole business is about. I say it a million times on this channel. So I'm excited to do this with you and like really challenge you and get you going. I know you're going to do phenomenal. You've got your homework, and I'm excited. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited.
So really, for this week, the budget for it's under $80, which hopefully you guys can swing if you're going to follow along. Seems like that's reasonable for you. So let's get going with it. Let's take action. Let's start having conversations with property owners, and let's internalize the script so that next week we can just pick it up fast. All right? Guys, we will see you next week. Follow Alana at her Instagram page. It's going to be an amazing journey. So check it out. I'll see you next week. See ya.